Hi, I'm Teresa with Everbrite. We have had a lot of questions lately about how to clean and coat chains. We also have other jewelry that we can show you, but in the meantime, I'm just going to be showing you kind of the basics, and really whether you spray it or dip it is a personal preference. So we're going to be checking that out and seeing the differences. This is a chain that is very tarnished. It's very old silver and it's very tarnished. Some of your chains may not be this tarnished, but basically you want to wear gloves. You always want to wear personal protection when you use polishes or coatings or chemicals or anything. So I'm putting on these gloves. They all come with every kit and they fit most people. So let me put these on. This is the Moz polish, which is great. It's not acidic, so it will work on metal and you don't have to neutralize it. It's a great polish and it's available in different sizes. So basically we're just going to be polishing this. Let me try to do this here. If you needed to get in between, you could use a small brush. A toothbrush works great, or this is another small brush that you just kind of brush to get in between the areas. So basically, you can see how well that cleans. Very easy, but now there's a residue on there. Now you see this black that's coming off is the tarnish. Let me do the other side. Little tiny bit more Moz. And I'm polishing that up. Okay, that looks pretty polished, but you can't really tell, so I'm going to check this by making sure that it's completely clean. Even though all this black came off, what you do is you could take a small amount of water. This is easy to do in a kitchen sink, and a tiny couple drops of Dawn dishwashing soap. And what that does is it stops the water tension, the surface tension of the water, and you're just going to wash off the residue. And that looks pretty good. See how nice and silvery that is? Looks pretty good. And then, let's see, here's another little part that I missed. That looks pretty good. So we're going to just rinse that again and dry it. Now, because there still may be some polish residue on here, we want to make sure that this is completely clean and dry before we coat it. This is denatured alcohol. You could also use xylene, and what the purpose of the solvent wipe or the solvent rinse is to make sure that this metal is completely clean and dry. The coating must go over metal that's completely clean and dry, and these are really handy little muffin or mini loaf pans that work great. You can also use muffin pans. Muffin pans you could use a little bit at a time if you were using liquid coating. So you basically, now for the chain, you could just kind of swish it around in here, make sure that it's completely coated, and then you want to dry it with a clean cloth. It would dry on its own in about 5 seconds. Now, this is almost completely clean, but I see that I missed the area down here at the end. It's still got a little bit of tarnish on it, so I'm going to re-polish this area. Again, do the wash, and again do the solvent wipe. You don't want to coat anything that doesn't look good right now, or it'll seal that tarnish in. So that's how easy that is. That is completely clean. Now that's compared to this one that is not, and you can definitely see the difference. So if we didn't do anything to this and didn't coat it, this is beautiful, the silver, but it would tarnish again within days. Anytime your fingers touch it, the oils and the acids from your hands will tarnish this, and it'll turn black almost starting today or tomorrow. So what we're going to do is we're going to coat this with the ProtectaClear, and the ProtectaClear comes in liquid or in aerosol. And when the beauty of the chain is if you dip this, You could take this, you could dip this piece of metal and it would be fine. The chain has all these little holes that would fill up with coating, and it would make this chain hard. And if you put it down, it would turn into a little lump of beautiful silver, but it would be very hard and clumpy. So what we're going to do is we're going to hang the chain up, and the best way to, what I use is a lot of paper clips. So I'm going to take the chain and hang it on a paper clip. Now I have my silver chain hung where you could see it, and I'm going to spray this. You do not shake the can because all that does is create bubbles, and you just basically want to give it a spray. And I would spray it this way now, and from the back. What I'm going to do is wait until this is dried for a few minutes and then turn it around and spray the other side, just because we have the background here. Okay, now that I've turned the necklace around, you want to hit it with the other side and just hit it back and hit it forth. That's it. It's all sprayed. It's going to be drying now. It'll take probably 15 to 20 minutes to dry, depending on temperature and humidity. So you want to wait till it's completely dry before you take it down. I just wanted to show you after the chain is completely dried, it can be a little stiff. You see how it's a little bit stiff? Or if you dip it, it would be really stiff. So all you do is you just run this through your fingers and it breaks the bond between each link. Go back there, take off the paper clip might help, and then you just run it back through, and then your chain is just good as new.